I know that I've not been covering Dr. Stone content for a while. I'm really sorry about that, but I was just compelled to do something like that because I was getting copyright strikes left and right. So in order to save my channel, I had to stop doing the Dr. Stone reviews. But this particular arc has been nothing short of spectacular, and as such, I'm really compelled to do this review. More videos are obviously going to follow because I want to talk about the events that took place in this particular arc, but here in this particular video, I'm just going to talk about the events of chapter 194. So hello and welcome to Wonder WhyZ. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about Dr. Stone manga chapter 194. The time skip is finally here, almost here I'd rather say, and let's just talk about it. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with a bunch of other stuff. With that being said, let's begin the video. And also, I'm sorry I won't be able to add a lot of manga images because of the copyright issues. Now here in the last chapter itself, we saw the passage of about 2 to 3 seasons. And here in this particular chapter, in the starting of this particular chapter, we get to see the scenery of the various places of the world, and it starts with of course Suika, because Suika is kind of going to be the main character now. Moreover, here we see people from all over the world who have been petrified, including Amaryllis as well. I don't really understand why she has been given such a huge focus here. I guess it is just Boichi describing to us that this is a worldwide event, that the entire planet has been engulfed in the petrification beam. But before that, we actually see the various locations which are moss covered, and in the last chapter it seemed as if at least 2 seasons have passed away, but after seeing this particular amount of moss growth, I am pretty sure that at least 2 to 3 years have passed by because moss needs that much amount of time to grow in this particular manner. Now obviously this is a rough estimate of mine based on the events that we are seeing currently. There's no 100% confirmation as such, but I'm also kind of saying this after seeing Chalk and Sagara in the new time skip where they have kind of grown. But after all of that, we see the events that are currently transcribing here because the machinery that Senku and gang had installed is finally kind of taking place, because we see a jaguar who is noticing the loudspeaker and it kind of roars at it, and it of course roars back and it kind of cracks the bottle containing the liquid at the top of the tower, but it is still not enough. After that, we see yet another panel of Chalk who is howling at the moon, remembering the times with Suika. This is really sad and it really reminded me of the last chapter where we saw both of them who have grown up now, and after all of this, we get some very beautiful panels of Suika, and along with all of that, we also have the references to the moon as well because of Y-Man. But after all of this, there's finally a thunderstorm, a massive thunderstorm, and because of the thunder finally striking, the bottle is broken and it directly falls upon Suika, and Suika is finally resurrected. She is here, she is finally here. She is obviously looking very adorable as usual, but just after this moment, we see her squinting her eyes because she is not able to utilize her lens. Now some people will definitely be kind of surprised that why she is not healed here, why are her eyes not healed here, but remember this is something which was proven way back in the series from both Suika as well as Ginro, because eyesight is something which the petrification beam actually cannot correct. The exact reason or the exact criteria behind this is not known, but this is just a fact, this is not a contradiction as such. And also I think that this was very well set up because it introduces challenges for the character of Suika, who is not clearly able to see here at this moment. And she's obviously happy that I did it, I am free, I am finally free. Senku and others, she's trying to find everyone else and she wants to wake them up. But now she's remembering the major rule that she had, that she didn't get caught and it has been a really long time, but now she'll be able to help them. She will be able to sprinkle revival fluid upon everyone. But alas, the question is, where is the revival fluid? And she's frantically searching for it here and there, but at the same time she's also having a huge disappointment because she's not able to find her lenses, and that really reduces her visibility. This is a pretty big handicap for her and a good plot point raised by the manga. Although she is finally able to find her helmet, but her lens is obviously broken, and as such she has to rely upon the broken lenses to have a close-up of the events. Now she climbs up on the top of the tower, she climbs up on the top of the trees, but she's not able to find anything. And her food resources is also very low. Day turns into a night and she's feeling very hungry at this moment, and she's finally feeling the loneliness of being the only person alive. During the past petrification, there were at least some people who were alive, but this time around she's the only person currently on planet Earth who has finally undone the petrification because of the events. Now she's obviously telling to herself that I have to keep going, but I'm still hungry at the very same time. The food is very low, and unfortunately the loneliness and the depression finally catches up to her, and she feels like she's all alone, she's going to die all alone, and she finally breaks down, she finally cries. This scene, this panel was very well handled by Boichi here, because it truly shows the emotions here. And this particular panel also kind of reminded me of One Piece at the very same time, because it is so brutal and honest. It's not really a concept that Dr. Stone has brought up that much, because the very first time we saw the depetrification, it was done by Senku, and Senku is not someone who is that emotional or that emotionally motivated as such. And here seeing someone like Suika, who is just a child, going through all of these things, it really hits home the situation as to how grim it really is. But after succumbing to her loneliness, Suika is really heartbroken and she screams that, "Wake up guys!" And after this, the dialogue really hits hard, because she tells Francois that, "Please wake up and cook for me. Please wake up Senku and tell me what to do. Please wake up Kohaku and please hug me." Being alone in this world is really sad. And after all of this, she has a moment of self-realization, because she remembers the struggles of Senku, the first person who woke up after the petrification, and she remembers his struggles. Now, it's not exactly sure if Senku had told her elaborately about these things, or is it something which she understands now that she is in his shoes, because literally later on in this chapter, she actually wears the shoes of Senku, which is really nice in my opinion. But anyway, after all of that, she remembers the words of Senku that, "I am a human being." Now this is the thing which kind of inspires her. She's saying that Senku was the first person and he must have also felt lonely, but he woke up and he did all of these things, and as such, I will also have to do it. I'm also going to do it, Suika will do it, and she's going to wake up everyone. I have to find the revival fluid, and I have to look for everyone's statue, and I have to revive everyone. And finally, with a renewed motivation, she begins her search once again. She has acquired new clothes, she has acquired new shoes, and she has acquired fruits, because she's of course a collector. She's able to acquire all of these things. And after this, we get a very parallel situation to Senku and Suika here, because the will has actually been passed on here, because here we get to see a group of monkeys, and they are symbolically saying here that what a strange monkey that is, which is definitely a parallel to Senku being a shiny hairless monkey. And at this, Suika says that, "Did I forget to introduce myself? Well, I'm Suika, I am a human being." And that is actually the end of this chapter, and at the ending we get to see that food, clothing and shelter has finally been acquired. Moreover, that is not the only thing, the will has also been passed down. Senku's will has been passed down to Suika, and this is going to be absolutely amazing in my opinion. I'm really feeling so emotional at this moment. I've said it in the past and I shall say it here once again. Dr. Stone celebrates the mankind like no other series has done in the past. Sure, we as a species and civilization have our flaws, but this right here, this is the testament to mankind and the spirit to never give up. This is absolutely amazing. I'm feeling so emotional, but at the same time, I'm so excited for the future of the things, because the time skip is finally here, and it is going to be very exciting to see how Suika is going to deal with all of these things. How is she going to find the nitric acid solution? How is she going to find the fluid? And all the things that are going to happen here. So overall, this was a very amazing chapter in my opinion, and I'm really happy with this. So what do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more. Also, please do join the channel membership for some very cool perks and features. With that being said, this is Wonder WhyZ, and I'll see you soon on the next one.